you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. Actually, I've found all of the keys and opened my house chest.
Oh, wonderful. What did you find?
I found a rather interesting costume.
Brilliant. Whew. Well, thank you for solving that mystery for me. I always wondered what those keys would lead to.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
It is wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're quite clever.
Oh, thank you. A lot of craftsmanship and care went into them. I assume.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Nobody wants you running that school, Phineas. You hear me? Nobody!
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was an old schoolmate of yours, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does! Oh, we had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
I didn't hear anything.
She was humming again.
Oh, that's why you were so bothered. What have we got here then, eh?
Deke has some exciting news to share.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts, and Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix net he mentioned, the one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well, which means it could be in danger.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deke thinks so. So majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for what happened with Deke's prior master. Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the room where it will be safe.
What are you up to now?
I could be used for better things than this.
know you're there. You'll feel twice the pain if I have to come and find you. Come, bring
Too hard.
Fancy yourself skilled because you've slain a few incendiaries! Confringo!
Beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now. Revelio. Blockade. Brookwood's poachers are already here. Confringo! Revelio. Could the Phoenix be in there? Confringo! There's a victory that came none too soon. Revelio.
What? No. Keep looking. Imagine a whole blooming bird.
Oh, should have stayed at the castle.
Tell us.
Plans must be carefully...
Confringo.
What was that?
Tell us. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Classic fiends. Confringo! How many are there? Revelio.
What did you do?
Nothing over here either.
Confringo! You dare slay one of my own! You will! Confringo!
I will not be your puppet!
Revelio.
Beasts don't mind dying to make me a few sickles.
Tell us. Revelio. The Phoenix. It almost seems as if it wants me to follow it. I need to find it before the poachers do. Revelio. Revelio. Mora. Revelio. There it is again. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Shame you. Revelio. Confringo. Glacier. Revelio.
Well, if it isn't the little hippogriff.
That was the highway. It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo! Revelio. Hello. I'm here to help. I can take you somewhere safe. Let's get you back to the room. Deke's going to be pleased. Revelio. I should investigate. Legs is simply too many. Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. This looks intriguing. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. 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 Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium 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 Leviosa. Revelio.
Did you find the phoenix?
Yes, Deke, and I rescued it from the poachers. I have it here. It's safe.
Remarkable! Well, what are you waiting for? Deke cannot wait to... My heavens! What a beauty. You keep it close. Professor Weasley and Deke were right to tell you about the Room of Requirement. Look at all you've done, and how many beasts you've rescued. A phoenix is safe now, because of you.
I couldn't have done it without your help, Deke. Thank you.
Deke is grateful for the kind words, and also grateful to have been of assistance to someone like yourself. Helping you do such good for so many beasts has given Deke a sense of peace Deke hasn't known in years. Deke will always be here for you when you need him. Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
I can do this. At least we're out of the classroom.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, you rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Knowing our meat, he's likely studied here.
Are you familiar with the hamlet of Irondale? It's south of the castle. I think the cave that Doran wanted us to find is near there.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned.
Confringo! Glacius! Tego! Confringo!
handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Glacius. Accio. Levioso. Repulso. Crescendo. Flipendo. Incendio. Findo. Bombarda. Glacius. Accio. Repulso. Revelio. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio. Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
You made it.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library.
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive, especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either it is a rumour, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Revelio. You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
It's another aggressive one!
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Revelio.
Voipers!
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Voiper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Revelio.
If the moonstone is here and so are Voipers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Accio. Revelio.
Why am I not surprised? First the Voipers and now this.
Revelio.
We need to find moths for those spinners.
Lumos.
Lumos! Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
Lumos.
Another obstacle. No matter.
Revelio.
I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Here. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos! It's beautiful.
Revelio.
You did it!
Confringo.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this again.
Revelio. Revelio.
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Shall we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
Revelio.
Merlin, it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here, I just know it.
Confringo!
Given what Whoopers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here, assuming this is where the Moonstone is. Which means we're one step ahead of them.
Revelio.
We found it! It's like staring directly at the moon. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
I think I'd like to look around a bit first.
I suppose we could spare a moment. Very well. We should leave soon. The longer we stay, the more I want a Whooper.
From the outside, you'd never guess this place.
I have a feeling that was the idea. Are you finished exploring?
I believe I am.
We still have the poachers to contend with. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now, we knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when...
I don't think Doran would knowingly send us into...
You're right. Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need
Revelio.
I think we can safely say we know where the Moonstone goes. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin, I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidgets lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
It is wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Mine now, demiguise. Hogsmeade, here I come.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Mrs. Rabe.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No. I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there. Oh.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Hello.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow, as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Revelio.
Confringo. Revelio.
Revelio.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hogshead. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty, He must be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Revelio certainly never revealed the charm of my
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Revelio. Here. Revelio.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Revelio.
Patrol.
Expulso! 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 Expulso!
Revelio.
Expulso! 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 You'll be sorry you did that.
Revelio.
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing Rookwood's work for him?
Protecto! Protecto! You're no puppet master!
Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
Augusta, tell us. Revelio. Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. You want to talk of romance?
Mr. Talus. Revelio.
Expulso! How dare you do such a thing to me? I see you!
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us! I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe.
Over here. I need your help.
Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio.
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Confringo! Mr. Abe's wand could be in there.
Any luck with my wand? Please. You must find it. Quickly.
Confringo! Revelio! Alohomora.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, they've also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
This must be the castle where Miss Coffee's Niffler ran away. Now, to find a way inside. Revelio.
Expulso! You made a grave mistake. Take it! Come now, Incendio!
This place has seen better days.
Perhaps you ought to give up, Incendio!
Something afoot.
Revelio.
Retake Expulso! Are you even trying? Incendio! I regret that. Expulso! How dare you! You cannot control me!
Reductor! I don't waste time seeing if they're dead. They're faking it in my hands.
Oh!
Take Reductor!
Pay for your...
Reductor!
Is that the best you got? Nice try. You haven't the knack at all.
Reductor!
Show yourself.
Revelio. Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Glad I was never locked up here.
What have you done?
Revelio.
What have you done? Little git, I shall end you! You've made a grave mistake!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far.
You'll answer for this!
Revelio. Ashwinders. I'd better find a way around them. Or perhaps through them. Revelio. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio. Wait till Sebastian hears about this. An Ashwinder. Confringo! Revelio! Knowing our Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Merlin himself would be proud. Revelio. I hope the Ashwinders haven't done anything with Rococo. Where in Merlin's name am I? Confringo! Accio! Guardian Leviosa! Confringo! Revelio. There we go. Confringo! Revelio.
Could do worse than Peter Pan Ford.
Ashwinders. These coins must have come from Miss Coffey's Niffler.
Later, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things.
Expulsion!
This has become personal.
What a dreadful lot. Confringo! Revelio. Confringo! Treasure. That Niffler's certainly leaving quite a trail. Revelio. I'd better watch my step here. Revelio. Confringo! Accio! Repulsor! Bombarda! Finger! Descendo! Flipendo! Levioso! Deposit! Glacier! Confringo! Accio! Revelio! Revelio. Confringo. Confringo! Glacier! Descendo! Flipendo! Levioso! Incendio! Bombarda! Hell! Confringo! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Revelio. I should follow the treasure to find that Niffler. Revelio. Revelio. More Ashwinders.
Rookwood, don't go down easy.
Reducto! Expulso! Tiger Expulso!
Expulso!
Reducto! Oh, finally!
I'd rob my own father if there were galleons in it. Not my mother, mind. Expulso!
Revelio.
Incendio!
Reducto!
What have you done? Little git, I shall end you! I've robbed every traveling vendor that's... Expulso!
That's the best you can do, is it? Expulso!
That's proper people, that is!
Incendio! I'll not be your puppet! Still...
Mr. Tell us.
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
Rookwood, don't... Expulso!
Tiger! Reducto! Pacific Totale! Expulso!
Expulsion! What are your thoughts on electricity?
Nobody will believe I defeated an Ashwinder by myself. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. What's this? Some sort of treasure map? Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Accio. Leviosa. Revelio. Revelio. Oh, this Niffler is a tricky one. Revelio. Leviosa. Everything's... I hope Miss Coffee appreciates this. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Glacius. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Imperio. Revelio. Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned. Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Revelio.
My poor Rococo.
Miss Coffee, I found your niffler.
Oh, goodness, really? Oh, thank you. You're very brave. I was at my wit's end. How's my sweet Rococo? May I have him back?
I'm sure he'll be happy to go home.
He will. Oh, my brave little explorer. My greedy, greedy boy. Oh, I can't wait to get him home. Thank you again for what you did. From now on, I'll keep Rococo on a lead whenever we go out.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
You can learn a lot from weather though, can't you? It's like everything's foretold right before you. What? What are you smiling at?
Everyone in Upper Hogsmeade shudders when they see moonlight, and rightfully so.
Lucas, don't tell us. Revelio. Lucas, don't tell us.
Blame them, what with all I've done there.
A witch in Felcroft. I was surprised how much jewellery.
I've heard centaurs quieter than you.
Too slow. Try not to make this too. So close.
This looks like the spot from the treasure.
That's the best you can look.
Is that the best you can do? I'm just warming up.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Done. Glacier. Accio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Glacier. Accio. Perhaps the map contains clues about the order I'm supposed to ring the bells in.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders. Rookwood is already gone. Harlow will be next. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Revelio.